But despite that knowledge, I just really enjoyed Sonic 06, like unironically in almost every regard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's beautiful. And now, if you're gonna say, "Oh, haha, Kingdom Hearts," right? No, you're wrong. Kingdom Hearts is just really good, and that's like a normal belief to hold. And if you don't agree with me about that,
the games are fairly critically acclaimed. Like, yeah.
No, but if you're like, "Oh, it's cringe," it's more like this story, right? People will be like, "Oh, this game's fun, but the story is so horrible." Yeah. Nah, I don't agree with you. I think you're wrong.
I also don't agree with that.
It's not a Kermit Swamp Year situation, even if I like both of them.
Yeah.
Kermit. Anyway,
the fucking Kermit Swamp Years. The bit that got me was like in comparison to like Muppets from Space.
Yeah.
Kermit Swamp Years at least had some original tunes, which does give it like a slight edge for me.
Yeah.
Because Muppets from Space is a jukebox musical, so it's got no like.
It's only like funk.
Yeah. Also, I will say my favorite part of Kermit from Swamp Years. I did think the outtakes were genuinely funny.
Yes, the credits. The thing that made the credits great is that it was set to like a
rock rendition of fucking
like a
Rainbow Connection.
Rainbow Connection.
Yeah, it's Rainbow Connection performed by like Plain White Tees or some shit.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is really good.
And it had some fun staged little puppet outtakes.
I like stuff like that. I think it's cute when Pixar movies used to do that a lot, where they had outtakes, quote unquote, and it was like.
That's true. I remember Monsters Inc. had that.
Yeah. They had the characters like in the movie fucking up, and I always thought that was really cute.
Yeah.
This one was like that too, where like Kermit and all of them, they were messing up their lines.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like that's fun. That's great. It's good stuff.
So what? My score was 8 out of 10. What's your score for it?
What's my score for
Kermit Swamp Years? Yeah.
I don't know. Probably
like a 9.
Probably. Yeah, like a 9. Probably about a 9 out of 10 for sure.
Okay, I like that. We could agree on that. I'll bump mine up. I think it's a 9. I really like it.
It's a one of the movies.
It's got to be a movie of a time.
Of a time.
So you're not gonna make it. You're almost there, but you're not gonna make it.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't make it. I was close. Let's go do something else.
Okay.
I'm sick of doing this.
When we come back to this, I think you got to take the intersection on that rock jumping part at the end. I think
you're right.
You took like the outermost path.
I think you're right.
Anyway, Re-Animator.
Yes, Re-Animator.
That movie's actually really good.
Re-Animator. So we watched Re-Animator 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Friday.
Yeah, we watched it Friday.
Archivist. I forgot. I haven't been doing this. Oh fuck. 5/4/2/23. Just so you know.
Just so you know, Archivist.
Anyway.
Pay attention, Archivist.
Well, what were we talking about?
Re-Animator. I dove right into the lava. Oh, so we were talking about Re-Animator. We were talking about, we watched that last Friday. I had seen it already, but this was Ellie's first time seeing it. And this was a lot of people's, I think, first time see it. I think the only ones who had seen it previously were, like, me and Nova.
Yeah.
I think that movie is so much fun. It's so fucking, like...
Stop yet, please.
It is what it is, you know? It's like... It's going for it in such a wild manner, and it doesn't, like, hold anything back. For better or worse.
Do you wanna summarize?
Yeah. So Re-Animator is about the main character is Dr. Herbert West.
He's a little man.
He's a little man. Herbert he wants to find the. What am I doing here? What's the? Hold on.
You're looking for the gem.
Throwing the fruit
light.
electric. Oh, that's gotta be just what this. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm on the right path. Oh yeah, because I don't think I had this power last time I was here. Anyway, so Dr. Herbert West is a little scientist man. He's a med student.
Little med student type boy.
Is obsessed with defeating death. He wants to beat the 612 rule. He wants to bring someone back to life after brain death. And before the events of the movie, he has seemingly
invented a sort of green goo.
Yeah, he has a reagent that he uses, and when he hits people with it, when he injects people with it, post-death, it does, like, bring them back to life.
What it brings them back to life is some sort of fucked up zombie type.
Yeah, they are maybe not, totally, like, sentient, but he's figuring it out. And
he's had to run away from his school in Sweden, right?
Yes. Yeah, his school
landed on that shit.
Yeah, so the movie opens up and he's in Sweden, and he is fucking
his professor he explodes his eyes off.
Oh, it explodes though. Could I just like throw it up at the? Can I aim it up to? No. Okay, so I just gotta do it this way.
I think you don't need to. Maybe you could just no. Do you need to jump? I think these are far enough. You need to jump.
I don't think I can jump with. I can't jump while holding it.
Well, I mean, I was wondering if it's close enough. You could just drop, like you could just walk.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so in the movie, Dr. Herbert West, he moves to like a new college. He meets a young man named Dan. He moves in with Dan and his girlfriend Megan. And attends college with them. They have a professor, Professor Hill, or Dr. Hill, is like sort of their instructor. He's a bad man. He's a creepy bad man.
He's a stinky bad guy.
Through like a series of events, I guess, Herbert convinces Dan to help him with his research because Herbert brings his cat back to life, and Dan sees it. Right, he's like, look, I brought your cat back to life, and Dan's like, oh, fuck me, you really can do this.
You really can do that. That's crazy.
And then they like sneak into the morgue because Herbert's like, we're gonna prove this, right? We're gonna get funding.
We gotta try it on a human guy that died recently.
Change the world. And they bring someone back to life, but it doesn't go too well.
He's a bad zombie, man.
It's a bad zombie. And the bad
zombie, the bad zombie guy.
It's a bad zombie, and the bad zombie goes on a rampage. And while they're down there, Megan's dad goes down there as well because he's like the dean of the school, and he ends up getting killed. Dean of the school, and
he's like, you can't do it. You can't be doing that kind of mad science. I don't believe this is Herbert West's character.
The bad zombie kills Megan's dad, and so. Then they bring back Megan's dad because as a zombie, and he's like, and then they get caught, and then Megan's dad ends up getting like the people are like, is he insane? Like, what the fuck happened to him?
Yeah.
And so
Dr. Hill figures it out
in like a little like padded
cell.
A padded cell,
it's
like in his office.
Yeah.
And so they're in there, and then fucking then Dr. Hill visits Herbert because he's like, you're fucking doing some shit. That guy's dead. I know he's dead. And he's like,
he's dead. Yeah, how'd you do it? And he's like, I'm gonna steal your notes, or I'm gonna tell him that you killed him and broke into the morgue and stuff.
And he's like, now I will be famous and you will be nothing.
And the way that Herbert West responds to this is that he decapitates him with a rusty shovel.
Yep.
And then he injects his decapitated head with the goo. The reagent.
Well, he injects his decapitated head as well as his the body. Yeah. And he
invents just a wonderfully iconic horror movie monster, which is this like
he's a
dead scientist guy that is carrying around his own reanimated zombie head in like a box.
One of my favorite,
like a metal tray.
One of my favorite
So
little gags is when Herbert takes Dr. Hill's head and he puts it in the tray, and it keeps like flopping over. So he takes like
he puts it on like a spike.
On like a spike on one of those things you put like papers on, right? You like spike through to like put your papers on or whatever, and he just puts it on that.
And
then he's sitting there waiting for him to come back, and he's smacking it with a pencil. Like, come on, come back to life.
Anyway, I don't think we should describe the stuff that happens after that, because some bad stuff goes down.
Bad stuff. Basically, all you need to know is that Dr. Hill ends up
makes a bunch of zombies.
He makes a bunch of zombies. He knocks Herbert out. He makes a bunch of zombies. He kidnaps Megan, and then there's a sort of like a final showdown between Herbert, Dan, and all of the
all of Dr. Hill's bad zombies.
His bad zombie minions.
His many bad zombie minions.
And there's sort of like a cliffhanger ending where Megan ends up getting killed, and and Dan is like, oh no, we weren't able to save her, and he's all sad. But then he gets a silly idea in his head. He gets a silly little idea,
and then he puts the zombie juice in her.
Yeah, and
then the movie is over.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, so,
what I like about it...
Yeah, what do you like about Re-Animator?
What I like about Re-Animator, first of all, it's just like... I like a zombie movie, and I like this particular genre of zombie, where it's not like a zombie virus, it's just people keep fucking bringing back people from the dead.
Yeah!
And it's bad every time.
It's not like they're infecting people, they just keep putting the reagent.
They just keep doing it, which is awesome. But the real star of the show for me is like Herbert West is one of the best characters in any horror movie we've watched.
Jeffrey Combs is the actor, and he fucking sells it so good.
He's so camp. He's so incredibly like fucking gay theater kid type energy that he's giving. It's so good. He's so quippy. And, like, over the course of the movie, you know, he's sort of, like, I feel like more of an antagonist early on. I feel like Dan's a little more the character in the first half.
A lot of you guys were commenting early on in the movie. You were like, a lot of people seemed under the impression that Herbert West was, like, the villain of the story.
Yeah, because he's the guy making all the zombies, and he's, like, reanimating zombies in the morgue. It's heavily implied that he may have killed a cat.
Yeah, and I was like, Herbert West isn't the villain.
But, like, no, and the thing that really gets me, and the thing that made the movie really wonderful to watch for me, is this sort of, like, slow revelation over the course of the movie, that the movie, the narrative of the film is just all in on Herbert West.
Yeah.
It's just, like, really into him. It thinks he's really cool and clever. Right. And, yeah, it's just, like, the moral of the story is that it's cool that Herbert West was able to make those zombies, and they probably should have just let him in the morgue, so he could have done all that stuff without all that bad stuff happening.
We should have just let him do it.
Yeah, he's horrible throughout the film. He's very callous. A lot of, fucking, Megan's dad just fucking dies, like, right in front of him, and his immediate reaction is just, we gotta inject him with our zombie goo now. This is a great chance to test my zombie goo on a guy that just died.
Yeah, Herbert does not give a shit about, like, other people's feelings.
No, he conquered the barrier between life and death. He's overcome death.
He is all in on, it's not like he's like, oh, I want to cure death because it would be good for the world.
He's very mad scientist about it.
He's just pursuing science for the sake of, like, science, right?
He is like a quintessential mad scientist.
Yes. In, like, such a fun way.
Yeah, and he's a great sort of, like, not even morally gray kind of character. He's just, like, he's a bad guy that does a lot of bad stuff. He's just very driven by his own compulsions.
Yeah.
And I think it's very fun that the movie is just all about that, and it's just fine being like, yep, Herbert West, when he comes in and he calls Megan a bubbly-headed co-ed, that's really cool. It's really cool how he says that stuff. And he's gonna fight the zombies.
Yep.
And I like that.
Yep.
Also, special shout-outs got to be given to the character Dan.
Dan.
Dan is an idiot. Dan does not need to be turned into a zombie because he's already such an imbecile.
He has no brain already.
Herbert West, you know, is like this weird, freaky little man that like moves into his house and kills his cat. And then Dan is just on board. He's just like, all right, I guess.
He's fully on board with whatever the fuck Herbert's doing.
He's completely Herbert Westville. He's like, I guess we gotta bring back zombies now. I guess, you know, you proved it to me, we gotta do that. His girlfriend is horrified by it, and he's just like, nah, it's my duty. He helps them sneak into the morgue, but then, like, immediately in the morgue, he's like, we gotta go, we can't be doing this. I can't be sneaking you into the morgue to bring back these zombies. And it's like, Dan,
you're already
here. You knew
here.
what he wanted to do. You're already here. You already snuck him in. Like, you're already lying on his behalf.
You've already crossed the line, Dan.
Yeah.
You can't go back now.
It's very funny, but also it's very freaky. The effects are really good.
The effects are so fun. The acting is great. It's just like
it's very, very over the top.
Yeah,
in a great way.
It's one of those movies too where, like, looking back on it, that movie has like 2 sets. It's like the morgue, Dan's house, and like
it's got like 2 offices, I guess.
Yeah, the Dean's office and Dr. Hill's office. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
We don't ever go outside.
No, I think the budget was under $1 million.
Oh, it was like, definitely a low budget movie.
I think it was $900,000.
Yeah.
You know, back in the 80s. What is it, 85?
I think it was 85.
Yeah, you did it. That was well done. Now that looked a little tough at spots.
A little bit.